is $1,000,000.
You have to give a BJ every day.
Gladly.
Hey everyone, I am Damian Holbrook from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider, and I'm beside myself because it's very rare that you get an absolute icon. And today we are talking with Erika Jayne from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and that's literally that's one of the things you do. You know, it is like, as far as I'm concerned, we're talking like, she's a survivor, she is an icon, she's a Vegas performer, she's a Broadway performer, she's an actress, singer, pot stirrer, just everything. And now
New York Times bestselling
New York Times bestseller. Yeah, this is, you've done a lot. And you're really, as far as I'm concerned, also like a very classic, you're that success story, like you came from humble beginnings and you worked your way up to this.
Thank you. Yes, I agree with everything you just said, and thanks so much. I'm very fortunate to have had the experiences and opportunities that I've had, especially the last Bet It All on Blonde show.
Yeah, how's Vegas going?
It's going really well. I have a couple weeks off now, and then we have shows in December.
Right.
And I love every minute of it. You know, it's my own show. It's 80 minutes of pure fun. We open up and we go all the way back to the 2007 Erika Jayne Club records, and we take it to current. We have new material.
Drip Drop is a banger.
You like
Love it. Love it.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
And now, obviously, you know, there's so much going on with the franchise and so much to talk about. But I really want to focus on, I feel like last season you got kind of the villain edit.
Yeah.
And which we've seen so many housewives get, but in just the first episode of the new season, the redemption arc, I guess, really is underway. I feel like this might be the most vulnerable version of Erika Jayne we've seen.
Well, I haven't seen the episode, but I can tell you this. Look, I want to move on. And what I mean by that is I want to move on, and I want others to let me move on. It has been 3 years. It will be 3 years, November 3rd, that I filed for divorce, and then everything else subsequently happened. And it is time for everyone to, you know, put down the pitchfork and let me live. And I've done a lot of work on myself, a lot of therapy, and I've still managed to have a career and, you know, go forward throughout all of these things while defending myself legally. And it's time for a new life. It's time to move on for real.
Exactly. And that's the thing, is like, let people grow. Let people go through their stuff and grow. And like in the first episode, you guys go to this retreat that Dorit creates with Eagle Woman. I felt almost like this was a very elaborate way of getting an apology out of you for the BravoCon situation.
Well, I apologized to her after it happened on text, and it was not well received. I think also I did not want to answer that question. I tried not to answer that question. And then I walked down very bratty and I said, hey, Dorit, but I want everyone to understand that it was not based on something that I knew, or it was just flew out of my mouth. I wish I had chosen someone else, and I did not mean to hurt Dorit or PK, and it did. Yeah. So I apologize for that. You know, it was just something that happened.
It's the moment you were in, and in a way also, and I don't want to make excuses for anyone, but like, you were going through a lot during that time. Like, I would say almost maybe not in your right mind at times.
Yes, I agree with you. Yes.
You know, so it's almost you can't be expected to be on your game at all times.
Yes. And there were also, I was very nervous about the way I would be received at BravoCon last year. And I spoke to Andy about it before I went, and he was very kind to me and offered me some great guidance. No, it's nice of you to say something like that, because it's so overwhelming. And then you say something and you hurt a friend and you really don't mean to. And it just sucks because I mean, obviously we're on TV and BravoCon's, it's just public,
Yeah.
and it's just
and you also
it sucks for everybody.
and you own it right there. You say like, I'm a performer. I walked up there and gave that crowd what they wanted. And
Yeah.
everyone in this game should understand that.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, look, it is our life, and believe me, people have said things about me that I don't know if I could ever forgive, but at the,
Yeah.
it is what it is, and I feel very badly about it.
And now, has anyone taken Sutton aside and said, listen, if you say it, they will show it? Because I feel like a bunch of like, if you say it, it's going to show up on the show. But she's saying stuff sometimes where I'm like, does she not understand cameras are going to capture this?
What specifically are you speaking about?
So a lot of last season, a lot of the talk of last season, but even the clips that they're showing in the super reel for the new season, talking about Kyle, talking about the marriage, talking about all that stuff. It's like, she understands this is going to show up on the reunion, right?
Well, I don't know. I think that Sutton is very much wanting to be liked by fans and wanting to play that game, as opposed to, apparently she and Kyle are friends, but I'm not going to do that to a friend.
Right.
I don't know what game Sutton is playing, but she's playing one. I have called this out from the beginning, and I think that there are times when she's very cool, and I think there are times that she's very mercurial, and you don't know what she's going to say. And I'm just not in a place where I think that's all right. Yeah. So we'll see what the other women do. I really can't say much, because when I did at Kathy Hilton's home, I was labeled a bully, and apparently she had to get security. And I just don't know how you can pick fights and say things and then not expect people to push back.
Right, like there are going to be reactions with fans and with the real people in this situation. Did you get to have any fun this season? The clips you've seen, like Barcelona looks like it was a blast. We get to go to Vegas with you.
We did. I managed to have a good time in spite of, people pitching fits and, having medical emergencies and, oh God, I mean,
surprising romantic developments.
Just all of these things. I managed to have a much easier, more enjoyable season than I have for the last 2 years, for sure.
Right. Do you think that's because of where you are now emotionally and spiritually?
All of it. Yeah. I think time, going to therapy, things getting worked out slowly, legally, and, having such a great project like Bet It All on Blonde to focus on really gives me a lot of hope and gave me something to really look forward to in a place that I really love. Because when all you're consumed with is problems and negative things, it's very difficult to be creative or hopeful or smile. I mean, there wasn't a lot to smile about for the last couple of years. And you can fake it, but it's not really here. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice to have a bit of a break and something to look forward to.
Yeah. I don't think people understand the gravity of dealing with an aging and ailing loved one who is in a bad situation to go with, and then financial issues, and then just like, I felt so bad because there was so much on your plate last year.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I agree with you. People don't, it was almost like a perfect storm of things. Yeah. It was like an aging, ailing spouse who was very resistant, would not listen to anything. Then you have all of this legal component, the fallout of the law firm, all of these things. You have, these people that weren't paid and they're looking for their money, and everybody I felt was like focused on me. And all I was trying to say is give me some time to sort these things out and fight these cases. Yeah, it's a lot, and to do it publicly is really tough.
Before I wrap you, I have two quick questions. Do you and Garcelle get along this season? Because I think you guys would be so much fun.
Okay, so BravoCon last year, she looked at me backstage and she said, I really want to work on our relationship together because we were friends. And I said, I would love that. So yes, we do have more fun this year. Yeah, and Garcelle is a good time.
Yeah.
You know, Garcelle is a good time. But you know, we're in a specific environment where people, you know, there are other personalities and things that can sometimes come between two people that are trying to build a relationship.
Okay, and did you buy the $1 million ring that we see in the trailer?
With what? With what? I fucking wish.
Well, you know what? Give it time. You're doing a Vegas residency. I'm sure there will be more. You will get that ring. Or maybe a big fan. Maybe Andy will put it in your Christmas stocking.
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe a fan. Yeah.
Well, have a great time. Thank you so much for taking the time. I wish you the best of luck with everything. And hopefully I'll get to talk to you again soon, okay?